The NFL returns to London, England on Sunday when the New England Patriots take on the St. Louis Rams at Wembley Stadium. New England's currently installed as a 7-point favorite in this game on BETDAQ. 47 is the total. And hey, we know what the New England Patriots are. We have seen it before with this group. They win with offense. They pile on the points and just outscore their opposition. Number 1 in the league right now in total offense. Number 1 in points scored. Tom Brady's still at the peak of his powers. And New England is still a pass-first offense, but they've been running the ball a lot more this year. Stephen Ridley has really emerged as a force out of the backfield. So this offense very balanced right now. Really tough to find any weakness on this New England Patriots offense. The defense is a different story now. The secondary, not very good, 29th in the league in pass defense. But how much is that really going to hurt them in this matchup this week against the St. Louis Rams? Because for all the good things you can say about the Rams, and there are plenty. I mean, Jeff Fisher's done a great job in his first season as head coach at St. Louis. This was a 2-14 team last year. They've already won 3 games. They're 3-4 on the season. 5-2 against the spread. They've been a great team to back. They play tough defense. However, the Rams really struggle to pass the ball. And I don't put the blame so much on Sam Bradford, young quarterback Sam Bradford, who of course was picked number 1 overall 3 years ago and really hasn't experienced much success yet in the NFL. But Bradford's been injured a lot, and even when he hasn't been injured like this season, look at what this guy is surrounded by. I mean, first off, he's protected by one of the worst offensive lines in the league. And then look at the St. Louis Rams receiving corps. Now that they lost Danny Amendola to a collarbone injury a couple weeks ago, Amendola was Bradford's favorite target. Their best receiver is Brandon Gibson, who would not be a starter on a good offense. So Bradford is very limited in terms of the weapons he has to work with at the wide receiver position. And Jeff Fisher, the Rams coaching staff, they know that. If you've seen the Rams play this year, the Rams are very conservative on offense. They like to pound the ball. They like to keep that clock running, keep their defense fresh, shorten these games. And because of that, they've been in nearly all their games. I mentioned 5-2 against the spread. This team has consistently outperformed expectations. However, really looks like a tough matchup with New England here. I mean, I know the Rams are good on defense, especially in the secondary, but you might be able to slow this New England offense down. You're not going to stop them. We saw a couple of weeks ago against Seattle. Seattle has a great defense themselves. Seattle did a really nice job of slowing down the New England offense and held them to, 20 points, I believe. That's about as good as you're going to do, I think, against the Patriots. Again, as good an offense as there is in the NFL. So the Rams might have some success at slowing this New England offense down, but they're not going to stop them. And are the Rams well-equipped enough to attack New England where they can be attacked, and that is in the secondary? Remember, New England allowed over 300 passing yards last week to Mark Sanchez. Speaking of limited options at the wide receiver position, the Jets are certainly not a high-flying offense. So New England is giving it up to just about everybody, but will the Rams be able to take advantage? Is Bradford going to be able to take advantage and move the ball through the air? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. The matchup seems to set up quite nicely for New England here. Now, I'm not the only one who thinks this, because out in Vegas all week, the public has been pouring on the New England Patriots. Not sure what it's looked like at those UK sports books. I'm sure this game's getting more action than most NFL games. This is being played over there. I would guess that similar to Vegas, the Patriots are the popular public choice. Certainly they're a more well-known team. They have more stars. And when you envision the way this game might play out, like I said, is St. Louis going to be able to attack the New England secondary? We do have faith in this New England offense. So you can see where people are coming from here with, liking New England -7. However, the Patriots, something is missing with this team this year. They are not, I said a few minutes ago, we know what the Patriots are. And yeah, on offense, we do know what they are. But they're slipping a little bit. They're not the same consistent, dominant, reliable team that they have been for most of the last 5 or 6 years. Couple of unusual results this year. Last week against the Jets, that game was a whole lot closer than most people thought it would be. The Jets really outplayed them for most of the game. Week before that, they lost on the road to a rookie quarterback in Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. They've also lost at home against Arizona this year, a game in which they were 13.5-point favorites. So some unusual results out of New England, and nearly all of the surprises out of the St. Louis Rams have been good surprises. Again, this team 5-2 against the spread on the season. They've really kept a lot of games close because of their tough defense, and an offense has been conservative but has done just enough in a lot of these games. And so this looks like a situation where New England feels like the easy play. New England -7 feels like the easy play, But St. Louis plus 7 for some reason feels like the right play. Now, do I have enough faith in the Rams to actually make that play? I'm not sure. I think the bet I like the most in this game is the under. Total is 47 on BETDAQ. And because of what I've already mentioned, because of the problems the Rams have in the passing game, so I don't expect the Rams to score as much on New England as some other teams have, and because the Rams are good on defense and I do expect them to slow down this New England offense, I think this is going to be sort of an ugly game. Like most of the games St. Louis has played this year, and like last week's game against Green Bay through 3 quarters. Now, full disclosure, you're going to hear my sob story here. I was involved in the game the St. Louis Rams were playing last week. I was involved on the under. I was backing the under 44.5 in the Rams-Green Bay Packers game, and there were only 23 total points in that game through 3 quarters. So it was a situation where you're patting yourself on the back, you felt like you were smart, game played out just like you thought, and then 27 points combined in the 4th quarter. So understandably, I'm a little hesitant about backing the under again in a St. Louis Rams game, but when I examine this game, I do think under 47 is the best bet, and I have a slight lean towards St. Louis in the points. Hey, I wish you best of luck in this game and whatever you decide to do.